the day, ladies and gentlemen. Ito na ang pinakintay natin, TNC versus Mineski. Of course, we are your panelists. I'm gonna be Rock Hard. Of course, we got Amplifier, Butters, and Mr. Chisto here. So, how are you guys? Are you guys still alive?
Sobrang excited na actually para sa game na to. This is the series that we've been waiting for pretty much since the beginning of the day, and it's really I can't wait.
Yeah, and it seems every time laging na lang may rematch between teams. And right now, just excited kung ano ba yung dinala nila strategies against each other.
Yeah, because again, I know this has been repeated over and over again.
Yes.
Kanina ba, 1,000 beses na ba talaga sila nagkaharap dito, Mr. Shi. So I know you know for a fact that you are the one who has been on the PGS for a long time, right? So you have seen them face off each other almost every week. So ano ba masabi mo tungkol sa kanila?
Alam mo, I didn't expect a different grand final. Ito na talagang inasahan ko at the start of the day. I expected this to be our final, and I'm very, very happy that we did end up here. Now we get to see a best of 5 between TNC and Mineski.
Yeah. Again, semi-fresh naman ng TNC. They only played on the second to the last game of the day. Again, it's gonna be very brutal. But for the meantime, of course, shout out to everyone on stage right now, on the area right now. Again, this is the Globe PPGL Season 3 Grand Finals na mga kaibigan. Of course, brought to you by Bacchus, Riot Games, Garena, and shout out to Mineski Infinity as well, organized by Mineski Events team. And so far, TNC, they looked really good on that last game. Very decisive. Was that a reverse sweep? That was a reverse sweep, wasn't it?
Yeah, actually yung huling dalawang game nila, it looked very, very good for them. But the first game looked very shaky against IPT. Luckily enough for them, they were able to adjust and solve most of their problems. But, you know, facing a team against Mineski, you feel that more problems are gonna pop up. Mineski will be forcing them to possibly do something, force them to make more adjustments as the day goes by. Pero it's a very long series. It's the best of 5, so I'm expecting a lot of things to catch us by surprise.
Yeah.
And at the same time, to add to that, Baron Chisto, syempre, dahil doon sa game 1 na yon, I think TNC will be starting out with Orthros.
Orthros.
Not NSAs.
Interesting. And the reason behind that is...
Well, I do think na tingin nila mas consistent yung nabigay ni Orthros dun sa ating laban for the second for the 2 consecutive games na nilaban nila for
yes,
IPT.
that's true.
So why fix something that is not broken?
Yes, and speaking of not fixing something that's not broken, what do you guys think about the Vayne pick here for Demon? Is that gonna pop in anytime soon?
I mean, I think it definitely could, just because no one has been able to answer it. It's definitely something you can pull out in the first game. Yun nga, kasi wala pa nakakasagot. But like Chisto said, I highly agree that because of how high a tier of a team Mineski is, they're definitely going to be able to punish things that the other teams haven't. And it's actually a disadvantage for TNC because Mineski has had the freedom to watch everything.
Yes.
They know all of the champions that they brought out so far. They know the strengths and weaknesses that TNC have had. Unlike TNC, who have probably not seen Mineski, I don't know, since Globe Conquers Manila or any other more recent tournament. So there's definitely an advantage on Mineski's side of having that knowledge against TNC.
Yeah, and habang nandun tayo sa topic ng Vayne na yun, we kept talking about how confident you need to be when you are picking something like this. There's being confident on Vayne, and there's being confident on Vayne against Mineski.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's a whole different story that
That's
TNC
true.
has to face right now.
And I mean, lagi namang may baon tong Mineski, knowing their coach 3-finger, like every single time.
Hindi kaya tayong baon.
Lagi
Ito ba
sila-
ibig sabihin mo doon?
Literal, lagi may baon tong
Okay.
mga to. Hindi naman sila sa tumataba sila or anything, but still, it is what it is. Lagi silang may baon, and knowing 3-finger, probably one of the best coaches dito sa ating local scene.
Yeah.
Handa sila sa lahat na pwede ibato dito ng TNC.
That's true. I've seen him actually observing the previous games as well. So that could actually factor in when they're starting to strategize against the squad that we have. Again, TNC, who has been showing up, sabi nga nyo kanina, medyo from the momentum point of view, they're looking very strong as well. So, what can we expect here from Mineski though? What kind of drafts have you guys seen them play before?
Can you?
As of recent memory?
Yes.
I mean, the last time I saw TNC on stage was
A few months ago,
I mean,
right?
Mineski on stage was during TNC Cup, but that was a couple of months ago,
Yeah.
and the meta's shifted since that time. So really don't know what Mineski might bring today, but we do know what TNC will be bringing.
And you know that. You know who it is, man.
Yun din yung nasa isip ko, can you really expect something out of Mineski? Like, etong mga players na to, yung champion pool sila is so wide and the possibilities for the playstyles, alam nila lahat yun. So, can you really expect something from Mineski at this point?
Yeah, that's really true. No? Especially considering Mineski, even just as a name, is quite daunting. No? Especially here in Southeast Asia, you think about Mineski since 2012. Nasa League of Legends na sila.
True,
Isipin mo,
man.
napakaraming taon na yun ng League of Legends. So the experience that they've gained and the number of roster changes and all of the champions they've played throughout all of these metas, you know, even just looking at EXO and how this guy used to be an AD carry shifting over to mid lane and just, you know, really just the experience, I think is really difficult to predict what they'll bring out. But I definitely think that the meta could be in their favor just because, you know, looking back at Worlds, we saw how effective solo laners were in the meta, and having Kaigu and EXO, who are arguably the best at their roles, you know,
I don't
at
think
present
it's
here.
I don't think it's debatable.
Yun na nga, it's not probably
really?
even arguable.
Man, that's actually absolutely a statement
And
there.
don't forget TG.
Yeah,
He's still one of the best lane protectors din or lane sports na meron tayo dito. And speaking about EXO, pakiramdam ko kasi si EXO na dito yung pinaka-player to beat. Well, we do have James.
Of course.
Pero
Very
I think-
mechanically gifted as well.
Oo, alam mo there are teams kasi sa League of Legends local scene natin na biglang umuusbong, biglang lumalakas, tapos pakiramdam natin they can go head-to-head with Mineski. Pero kapag kinalaban nila yung Mineski, it seems that, meron ka lang palang hot streak.
Yep.
Hindi ka naman pala ganun kalakas. Pero yun yung pakiramdam sa Mineski. I tried beating them.
On your own team, no?
On
Tama,
your own
tama.
team. I tried beating them. I failed time and time again. Natalo namin yung IPT nung kasagsagan nila.
Yep.
But
This is on your
never,
Team Ashen Arena,
never,
is that right?
Never with Mineski.
Yeah.
Ever since nandun si EXO.
So far, again, historically, Mineski being a powerhouse here. Despite, as you mentioned, roster changes, roster swaps, they have stood the test of time. And
Yes.
again, they always bring something out whenever it counts. You can have a winning streak against this team, but where it matters, they always end up winning, especially locally.
Yeah.
Internationally, of course, we've had a few struggles here and there, but so far they are doing a lot better, and then I think than a lot of Asian countries, Southeast Asian countries.
Yeah, I think the question for the local scene has always been, sino na ba yung tatapat sa kanila? Because during the early years of PGS, we used to have teams that definitely gave him a fight. We used to have War Gods, and of course, IPT, who were also a veteran team, used to be at that top spot. But as of recent years, everyone just always used to assume, okay, Mineski is going to be the one to represent Southeast Asia, or at least the Philippines, when it came to things like Korean Premier League. The good news for TNC, though, is that they're the highest vote probably, or the most likely candidate to answer that question. When you look at all of the teams that are present now, they're most likely the one who can really give Mineski a fight.
That's true.
Yeah, 100% agree with Amplifier there. If there was a team to challenge Mineski, it would be TNC.
That's right. For the meantime, right? At least, di ba? Napakita naman nila yon time and time again, especially today.
Not even Arcadia?
True. Which is
Well,
Not even
Oh,
They're
Arcadia.
not here.
if they were here.
Wala sila dito eh. So,
Yeah, I guess.
what a statement there again. And again, we have a lot to talk about between these teams. And for the meantime, again, everyone watching, top lane, to mid lane, just third and second floor, feel free to occupy all the areas up front, inside the event area. This is a free event. Again, brought to you by all of our sponsors, Globe. We got Bacchus there, and of course, we got Riot Games, Garena. Everyone is welcome here. This is the culmination. How much do we have at stake here? We got 200,000 pesos waiting at the end of the line here for one of these teams. And that's something that you really want to go for. Of course, getting some funds into your infrastructure could be very essential as well to get your team going.
Yeah, especially now that we're moving into a new season. This is the end of the year. I'm pretty sure this is the last tournament we're having.
Tingin ko din.
Unless may humabol bigla na parang Christmas LOL tournament, but I highly doubt it. No? We're pretty
mag-organize ka na.
Mag-organize ka na.
All-Stars.
Gusto mo eh.
Pwede ka rin eh.
I think the only event waiting is All Stars for the people who really
All-Stars.
follow LOL esports. But that's not even competitive at that point. It's pretty much for fun. Pero at this point, with the last tournament being here, this could be a huge statement, because if TNC, for example, finally win this matchup against Mineski, that would be such a beautiful way to end this year and start the next season coming into Season 9.
Of course, pre-season tayo right now, mga kaibigan. If you are playing League of Legends consistently, you will know that the ranked games have been, ranked queues have been stopped already. So both of these teams, they don't really mind that much. Most all of them are, of course, highly ranked in the ladder. But so far, for the meantime, what changes in the preseason, in the season do we have to look forward to? I mean, do you think they're gonna shake up their compositions because of those?
I don't think so.
For the meantime, for the past patch?
No.
No.
More KDA skins.
More KDA skins ang pinakaihintay natin mga kaibigan. May lalabas kaya dito. May gumastos kaya para sa KDA skins. Yung pinaka-importanting tanong sa araw na to.
So, hindi natin alam. Baka meron talaga. I mean,
Wala pa nagbato ng KD
Wala
akali.
pa, no?
Actually,
Yung akali kanina sayang eh, no? Pwede sana eh.
baka hindi fan si Light ng ng K-pop.
Yeah.
Hindi natin alam.
Or ban kasi lagi siya.
Pwede naman.
In all seriousness, no, Ken, you can already see from the faces of these guys, they are raring to go. We're just waiting up for the start of the draft, and I can expect a bit of maybe some vain bans here for Mineski. Do you guys think it is actually ban-worthy still?
No.
No, I think if you're Mineski, it's not that big a threat. Maybe it would be different if you're a different team. Like, let's say, hypothetically, kung umabot sa stage na yung ISC, maybe you really have to respect something like that because it hasn't been answered. But considering the caliber of a team of Mineski, I really think Vayne is not something you have to be afraid of. There may be chances though that we could find loopholes kasi the Mineski that we're usually familiar with is a bit different today. We had a roster change. In a way, Dodoy is now the jungler, and then we have James or James Carl, I think is his IGN now, moved to AD carry. So there may be differences now in terms of the draft, but yeah, I definitely think that Mineski could take the Vayne of TNC.
Yung 5 ban setup kasi na meron ng league ngayon, I do think of it as the first 3 bans are the meta bans. Then the second phase, which are the 2 bans, is the adjustment bans or the respect bans.
Yeah.
Like double respect as for a role,
so,
no?
Yeah. So, ibig sabihin dito, if TNC goes for it on the first phase of their picks, it's not going to be worth it talaga na ilagay siya on the first set of bans. Pero kapag kunyari nakita mong sinetap na ng TNC at ilalagay nila dun sa 4th and 5th picks nila, and I think that's the only time where Vayne is actually a good ban.
Yeah. What are the respect bans that we actually have to look for from TNC, from Mineski? I know that we have not seen them in the competitive scene for a while now, but what do you think is going to pop up today?
Alam mo, tingin ko if Mineski wants to go to standard route, since meron pa tayong hangover from World's meta, maybe you want to ban away things like the Victor, the Urgot. You know, these champions that don't necessarily have those big on counters and they're just generally annoying. If you don't want to deal with them, alisin mo na lang, di ba? It's the easiest way to deal with them.
I highly agree, no? Especially considering kung gaano ka-respectable yung solo lanes dito ng Mineski. I really think focusing on the meta bans is definitely a big thing for TNC because we don't even know what the comfort picks of Mineski are at this point. Like,
True.
What are they? We have not seen them in a while, and there's really, gaya ng sinabi ni Butters, na mukhang maraming bahon talaga yung Mineski dito. So maybe don't look for, we don't even,
Ayan o.
we don't even know what the niche picks are. So might as well just ban the meta bans, explore, throughout the best of 5, and then see later on how you can adjust.
So no expectations on any focus bans as of the meantime. Stick to meta. I think that's exactly what TNC are eyeing for right now, though. I mean, they are looking tired, but they seem to be very confident right now as well on what they think they need to do. Question is that actually correct? So we're gonna have to answer that later on as we go into the draft. But for the meantime, I just want to see. I think for Mineski, I just want them to maybe start strong. I think just start strong. Don't try not to do much experimentation. I know a lot of teams tend to do that, right? Like experiment on the first game, try to go weird, get your cheesy picks out of the way already, and then go serious on the next one. So I think if you start strong against CNC, again, kind of feels confident, beat them out.
Yeah.
Despite the confidence, I think that would be key, right?
Yeah, and at the same time, I do think that the specific player matchups na meron tayo dito so going to be important.
Nako,
Ang pinaka
sino ba to?
Pinaka-important sa akin matchup dito is Kaigu versus JNC.
Ooh.
Whoever gets the first win on that top lane,
Top lane?
like, sure ako, malatali niya yung confidence niya.
Oh, well, we are gonna have to wait and see if that is gonna be the case here. We are going to picks and bans for Game 1, mga kaibigan. Mineski versus TNC. This is Grand Finals right now. 200,000 pesos on the line. Again, feel free to join us in our play area as we witness this best of 5 unfold against these two teams. So far, bans gonna be popping in for TNC Pro Team. Of course, hindi pa natin nakita buong araw tong
Yeah,
no?
actually.
Can you guys explain why this actually been banned out consistently.
I mean, I think earlier on in the day, Talia was always banned just because it was a major comfort pick for some of the earlier
Spear.
junglers. Yeah, especially si Spear, no? But I think in this case, it may also be TNC scouting out Dodoy. Looking back at the eliminations, he never played Talia. So this might have been something they practiced prior to the tournament. Like we said earlier, I think the teams have had maybe 2 weeks to prepare for this, so they probably scouted each other out. But yeah, I'm pretty sure that's why Talia's banned Kindred.
Whoa,
For the first time.
Kindred?
what the heck? Yeah, that is a Kindred ban right there.
Yeah.
I mean,
Dodoy used it once.
Just
only
once, right?
During elimination.
To be fair, it's very easy to scout out Dodo. He is top 1
Yeah.
on the challenger
There you
ladder.
go. Medyo may reputation niyang mini-maintain, Mr. Dodo.
He has multiple accounts in Challenger. It's very
Yeah.
easy to just go into his account, check his match history, and maybe see what junglers he's been playing. He's a top 1 player.
Pero pwede ding bait yun. Malay mo, nilalaro niya magdamagan yan, tapos biglang iba pala gamitin yan. We'll have to wait and see because of course, scrims doesn't really show
You never
at
know.
much. Yeah.
You never know.
Of course, a lot of other usual bans coming up here. Irelias, Shenjal, Gragas played to a huge extent here on the previous 2 games. So is that actually is that gonna come in the prediction here?
This is actually the matchup I was looking at. It's more of the jungle because we saw in the previous games with TNC versus IPT when Burst was allowed to get the comfort picks. That's really what enabled the rest of the team. So I'm really looking at what champions TNC will get for. Well, actually, both sides will look for both Burst and Dodoy.
Oh
My
man.
goodness, is this going to be an Olaf jungle?
Oo ba to? Parang ito talaga, hindi mo kahit sa rank Q mo ata, no?
Okay, I've seen the Olaf jungle dati pa.
Yes.
Like, as in, it's seen
Season
success.
4? Season
Yeah.
5?
Hindi, pakiramdam ko, 7, 8,
Umabot naman.
umabot naman. Pero, gano'n pa ba to, Kuya Chisto?
Yeah, the Olaf jungle does make sense here. I think Amplifier earlier today mentioned na Predator junglers are very strong at the moment. There's one path that usually it is very popular in Korean solo. You clear one side of your jungle, go back to base, pick up your boots, go for a gank with the Predator. It's very strong early game, and Olaf is one of those champions that can abuse that Predator rune.
Yeah.
Totoo naman yun.
That's true. And I mean, even without that even happening yet, Olaf was kind of always just hanging out in tier 2 of, of the jungle picks.
Exactly.
Everything else was banned.
Skarner.
Sometimes Olaf was there, but especially with the Predator route that people are taking, he's now here. Rakan is actually secured here for TG, which I think is a pretty good pick. Just because we haven't seen this the entire day, it's almost always been banned. So
And goodbye to that combo though.
Pero ito I mean, we haven't really seen Saya or Rakan getting picked
No.
dun sa mga first
Nade-depress na
series
sila.
natin.
Na-heartbroken na sila.
Hindi ka na nga napili, binan ka pa. Yun yung matindi dun.
Well, again, medyo sinesecure na ng TNC dito to make sure that synergy does not actually work out, though. I don't know if this is gonna be locked in, but they do lock it in, don't they? They got the MF pick. Very brave here from Mineski.
yeah, that's something we haven't seen today, but wow, okay, so it's gonna be Leona Vayne again for TNC.
Wow, it did not garner at all any bans, didn't it? And of course, it's gonna be popping up right now. TNC seem to be very confident with this composition, man.
Wait, Rakan does lose to a Leona, right?
Yeah, but
He does.
He does.
in theory.
In
In theory, in paper.
But on paper, Misfortune does dominate Vayne in lane,
Yeah.
so it cancels each other out. It
Yeah.
all boils down to how they decide to play around the weaknesses that both 2v2s present. But yeah, for the last pick of Mineski, it will be
Yan
that
na.
Syndra.
Kanino pang inaantay, Mr. Chisto sa mid lane. Lumabas na din.
Yeah.
Mr. Exo going on the Syndra. Classic mage lineup in the mid lane with Hayes going on the Lissandra. Of course, Burst this time around on the Camille. Yung kanina pang binaban in the past few games, finally making an appearance here on the stage. So for the meantime, what are your thoughts about the overall draft here for Mineski and TNC?
I think it's really confident from Mineski looking at their draft. These are all high damage dealers. I mean, except for Rakan, but everyone else is just there to really deal damage, and they don't really have a solid frontline tank. So I think they're pretty confident in being able to just get all 4 members ahead here.
It is a new approach for Mineski dito. They will just overpower the Vayne with damage. Kanina, puro tanks yung nakikita natin na unti-unting pinipil ng Vayne. But this time around, kapag nalapitan siya, sabog, tapos.
Sa akin, this is a win lane, win game for Mineski. All of their laners pick very strong lane matchups.
Tama.
It's just a question of whether or not TNC can weather the storm.
Yeah.
Eto na, butuhan mga kaibigan. Isang mabilisan galing sa mga ans natin.
I predict Mineski.
Mineski.
Oh, Mineski.
We got a 3-0 Mineski here, coming in from the desk, very confident in these guys again. Maraming salamat mga kaibigan. Ito na ang finals. Mineski versus TNC. Let's go and show him what they got. We got the Shinbu and Manjin combination. Manjin Bu, take it away.
Grabe.
Here we go. So anyway, for the meantime, again, Shinbu and Manjin. What's up?
Maraming salamat Rock Hard and sa ating mga panel live here at the Glorieta 2 Activity Center, Makati City. Hatid sa inyo syempre ng Globe Telecom, Garena, Riot Games, and of course Mineski Infinity organized by the MET Events. Kasama na rin natin dyan. Sobrang daming bakus. Mga kaibigan,
energy drink.
this is
Let's go!
the Globe PPGL 2018 Season 3 League of Legends Finals played between Mineski versus TNC. Game 1 of this best of 5 at kami mula sa Mineski TV, ang inyong magiging shoutcaster. I am Shinbu with a 1 for an
At
eye.
ako naman si Manjin at,
At kami ang inyong Magic Boot Tandem. Magbibigay sigaw at magbibigay buhay sa mga laban na matutunghayan nyo ngayon. Giba ang Glorieta bago tayo umuwi ngayong gabi. At ngayon, sino makakakuha ng 100,000 pisong prize?
Premyo, pare.
Premyo para sa mga players natin dito, mga pinakamagagaling na players ng League of Legends.
It's time for the main event. Paring Shinbu, pakilala ko muna. Sa pula, makikita natin ang Mineski, si Kaigu 123. Wow, may 123 na siya sa pangalan niya. Bilang ang Victor, Dodoy bilang ang Olaf, si EXO ang gagamit ng Syndra dito. James Carl will be using the Lissandra, and si TG naman ang gagamit ng Rakan.
Siyempre naman sa kaliwa ay ang side of Bughaw. Into the top lane is TNC, JLC. Ladies and gentlemen, sa ating Sion, jungle is Burst Camille. Mid lane is gonna be Haze for this Lissandra. And the bottom duo is Demon on this Vayne ADC and Orthros on this Leona support.
Eto na, medyo kakaiba ang pickings ng Mineski dito, paring Shinbu. For the first time in a long time, nakita natin ulit ang Miss Fortune carry. Yang pirata ba si Miss Fortune?
Kanina, nagsasabi ako doon sa panel natin na yung Mineski, may plano yan na hindi iban yung Vayne. Ibigay yung Vayne ni Demon, which has been the highlight kanina na nagpapanalo para sa TNC against IPT. Pero, grabe yung Mineski, ang ginawa pa nila, pinasobrahan pa nila. Anong ibibigay namin?
Walang bigay-bigay.
Ibibigay namin at kukuha pa kami ng Miss Fortune.
Eto na.
Hindi masyadong pinipili ang Miss Fortune.
Hindi
Yung
masyadong
talent lamang yan.
Ito na nga, sinasabi natin, suntukan kagad, wala nang intro-intro, sabi ni Kuya Burst, pero feeling ko nagjo-joke time lang sila eh. Tingnan mo naman si Kuya James Carl dito. Tanda mo, lahat ng may James sa pangalan, may swag.
May swag.
LeBron James, James Reed, Al James,
Actually,
may swag.
ako sa James.
may swag. At kung tingnan mo yung damit ni Miss Fortune dito,
Grabe
Merry
naman.
Christmas, flash it!
Yeah, hindi lang inabutan ng ating camera pero that would be the first blood check here by Burst.
Nako, sabi ni Kuya Burst dito, anong Mineski ang magcha-champion? Sinadya talaga namin magpa-game number 3 yung kanina para mapagod sila kakahintay.
Totoo yan.
Tanda mo yan.
At binabati ko ngayon lahat ng nanonood simulat kanina pa at ngayon lamang na napanood or rather nabalitaan pa na ang laban ng TNC at Mineski ngayon. Ibigay nyo, kanino kayo sumusuporta? Mineski nga ba or TNC? Lagay nyo pa yung hashtag laban pa habang sinishare ang stream.
Pero kung dating pagmamasdan yung ating laro doon sa bandang bottom lane, flash burn and heal burn para dito kay James Carl, flash burn para kay TG, para Shinbu. Si Burst, pwede siya ulit gumank dito. Miss Fortune, isa sa mga champions na sobrang walang pantakas bukod sa flash. So, ibig sabihin, you have a Leona on your team, you also have a Camille jungle dito. Kailangan mag-iingat ni James Carl sa ganitong sitwasyon.
And
Pwede siya ulit-ulitin.
Parang Manjin is look at this, the blue is even alive though not gonna be in range para kay Burst dito na makuha yung smite and that is completely stolen by Doydoy.
Tingnan natin dito, probably si EXO yung isa sa mga the best X factor for Mineski, proven and tested na yan ever since 2013, still farming up. 22-22 sila dito. Nagkaroon tayo ng interesting change lane. Haze will go into the top lane for the Lissandra. JLC maybe favoring that lineup against EXO.
Ang pangalan nito, ang bilis ng pambati ni EXO with that scatter the weak. Hindi nga kailangan mag-reckless swing dito ni Doydoy. Tanging undertow lamang pero hindi na rin kukompletuhin yung pabonus. JLC on this Sion staying in the mid. Very interesting.
Nako.
Wow.
Oo, nagkaroon, medyo
May switch.
nag-switch nga, parang Shinbu. And si JLC dito, you don't want to give him that early advantage knowing na isa sa mga best pick niya yung Syndra. Kahit interesting yung switch kasi Lisandra, alam nating lugi ay kaya i-dodge ng Frozen Tomb, yung ultimate ni Lisandra, yung ultimate ni Syndra dito.
Ni Syndra dito.
Oo.
Yun nga yung kinaka-curious natin. Pero siguro what they want is to have this Victor not snowball. Remove siguro one with heavy utility kasi damage source naman si Syndra, kaya nagtaka ko ba't hindi kinuha yung ganitong klaseng matchup din. Ang interesting part dito, JLC picking up the Sion. In the later part of the game, JLC can have the option of building magic resist at halos walang epekto yung Victor or even the Syndra sa kanya. Ang Sion napaka-disruptive pa rin kahit sabihin natin na hindi ganun kataas yung damage.
Pero ang pinaka-keyhole para sa side ng Sion, paring Shinbo, ay eto nga, yung champion ni James Carl. On that misfortune na napakasakit ng ultimate at kung hindi ako nagkakamali, nagsiscale ng crit yun.
Yun nga yung weird eh. Parang yung Mineski talaga naglalaro dito, pre. Napansin ko lang.
Naglalaro?
Oo, naglagay ng dalawang naglagay ng talagang heavy magic into the mid lane, heavy magic din. Well, Victor naman is all for the top lane na rin.
Oo.
Tapos nilagyan ng misfortune. Gusto nila ilagay talaga lahat ng barahan nila dun sa misfortune.
Pero teka lang,
nilagyan
paring
ng
Shinbo,
RCLC.
eto na ang pasukan dahil yun ang ating smite. Nag-badge pa bago mawala. Grabe, hindi pa nga yata badge agad. EXO will get another pick off dito. What a combo, paring Shinbo.
Indeed, very interesting. Nagkakaurahan yung mga dalawang teams natin mismo. As you could see, the members here, bottom lane in the jungle, that is joining this mid lane, at least be efficient in securing this wave, no? Kasi sabihin nyo na late talaga. Na-late naman talaga silang dalawa. Pero okay pa rin yan. At least walang nasasayang na wave. Kasi yung nasayang na wave, it's a part of a punishment from dying on your own lane.
Correct. Ibig sabihin dito, tamang kinukuha lang nila. Alam, sa sobrang kabisado ng TNC, yung galawan ng Mineski, yes, nakapitas yung Mineski ng isa. Kunin natin yung mga yung mga pwedeng mawalang resources kay JLC para mapunta pa rin tayo sa gold. Hindi pa ganun kalayo yung kalamangan ng Mineski dito. 1,200, ilang kills lang yan, dalawa,
Totoo.
isa, or ilang kills lang ng minions yan. But EXO will go for that reset, maybe buy out another item. 46 last hits para sa kanya, nakakuha na siya ng libro.
And I'm very curious about Doy here. Ang ganda nung pagtago niya and get some scouting information doon sa may blue side jungle on spotting out burst. Again, there's a hype going around on Dodoy. Again, hindi biro pa rin maging magaling pagdating sa League of Legends, and Dodoy is sitting as the #1 challenger player ng ating bansa. Among all ranks, lahat yan, pati mula sa mga Iloilo, which is the capital of League of Legends. Sabi natin daming challenger sa kanila, pero yung #1 nandito sa Manila.
Sa lahat ng doy, na mga doy, si Dodoy ang pinaka-doy, mga kaibigan.
#1 Doy.
#1 doy. At nung simula nung sumali siya sa Mineski, parang mas naging okay yung chemistry ng Mineski dito, especially on his jungle batting na medyo nagpo-prove ngayon sa first 7 minutes ng game kasi halos lahat ay nandyan. Si Doy 1 kill and 1 assist. Pangalawang beses na siya nakakuha dito ng kill na binigay niya na din with yung experience kay EXO.
Yes, totally observe this one. Look at how Burst always do the gank dito sa may bottom lane side. Laging sa side brush na lang sila magsisimula. Sa isip lang na threat dito is of the Leona. Very interesting nga lang, hindi pa naman nakita si Burst doon. Wala pa rin idea yata yung Mineski. They could just second guess na pwedeng si Burst nga yun. Pero lagi naman na talagang pag may Leona, side brush, hindi ka mag-face check dyan.
Hindi ka talaga mag-face check dyan, pero napakagandang make it rain mula kay James Carl to check out the Camille. At kahit papano, cool down na yung heal and yung flash ni paring James Carl dito. Nako.
Look at how aggressive Dodo is doing it. Now he has an idea, was able to get the read na kumuha ng gank si Burst dito. Very likely, he will take the path papunta sa may mismong Krugs niya. Hindi nakita ni Dodo si Camille nandun sa may side brush. At Camille, sobrang aggressive ni Dodo. What's up?
Wait lang paring Shin, merong Frozen Tomb na kinumit dito para kay Mr. Victor, and one more last hit. JLC, eto na ang gusto ko makita, Kuya Shin, the JLC versus EXO duel. Parang pinaglaban mo si Kobe Bryant at saka si LeBron.
Totoo.
Dito.
Hindi parehas yung role, hindi parehas yung position.
Hindi parehas yung position.
Pinaglaban mo parehas all-star, napakataas ng rating. Pagdating doon sa laro ng basketball.
Pero lol to.
Lol to.
So, tignan natin. First kill coming out from JLC. Kaya siguro nagkaroon ng switch lane. They want to play around JLC. But look at this Demon. Medyo Gucci yung kanyang position ngayon, ha. This will be the third bait para kay Kuya Demon dito.
And observe this one, paring Manjin. For the most part, nakashove lagi yung TNC dito. They really want to get that good read against Doydoy. Ang ganda rin ng Leona dito kasi ang awkward ng gank na pwedeng gawin ng isang Olaf if you compare it to even like Gragas kanina. Olaf mo just walk. Ang dali talaga siya tamaan. Control ng Leona dito. Kaya hindi kailangan gamitin ni Leona ang kanyang Zenith Blade dito. Kailangan nilang i-body block yung Olaf Pero, look at that. Kahit yung shove nang gagaling sa TNC,
Oo.
yung call, mas marami na kompletong stocks and last hit dito ni James
Ni
Carl.
James Carl. Speaking of James Carl in the bottom lane, as we can see, Dodoy na naman getting getting the first Cloud Drake of the game. So, dito mo lang mapaprove na iba talaga ang rotation na ginagawa ni Dodoy dito. Burst still wants to force that bottom lane gang, parang Shinbu.
So, load the itemization then. Right now, the MR is being delivered here against Sion. So, you can see that Mineski would slow out. Mas magbibinagal sila dito sa laro natin kasi they don't want to gamble of having the misfortune join the fight. Kung later part yan at yung misfortune, walang talo, walang patay dito, yung damage, maibibigay niya sa frontline Sion mismo.
Grabe, napakainit nitong bugbugan natin. Ladies and gentlemen, 2-2 ang ating score. Sobrang play safe. Ang first game para sa ating finals. Welcome to League of Legends, ladies and gentlemen. Tingnan mo, ganito pa din. Nasa 1-4, 1-2 pa din yung kalamangan ng Mineski. Ilang minutes na ang lumipas.
Nagpartida yung Mineski pero siguro sa draft, I would dare say parang nagpartida yung Mineski pagdating dun sa draft. Pero ngayon, they're playing it really wise. They know the conditions and of course the handicaps of pulling off such drafts. Siyempre, yun nga, yung misfortune mapanganib talaga yan. Lalo pa kung magaslaw, ang dali yan, lakaran lang. O kita ng Sion just using the unstoppable onslaught.
Pwede siguro magkatalo dito if ever mapitas na naman si Kaigo dito sa top lane na inaabangan ni Kuya Burst. This can, TNC can rotate onto the Herald Anderson. Tapos pwede sila makuha ng first. Kakasabi ko na, pare!
The flash! Tapos Hextech ultimo nga itong pinambati ka agad ng stopwatch. Medyo not work, mga kaibigan. May flash na pala. Hindi, wala na. Laser, where is the ultimate mula kay Haze din? Anako, ginamit pero should be enough. Kaigo walking away alive from that gang.
Sayang ang effort nyo, sabi dito ni Kaigo. Tamang swag lang, swag walk para makamagbamba out. Kuya Shin, meanwhile in the mid lane, eto
Sulit
na.
nga ba? Hindi.
Sulit nga ba?
Pero may teleport. Will they commit, ladies and gentlemen? Tapos unstoppable onslaught. Medyo napahinto yung ating Pajero. Tuloy na kay kalawa. Oh, hindi kinumpleto. Yung ating Glacial Path mismo coming in from Haze.
Doy, pumapampig. Pero mukhang hindi magpapampig si JLC. Activates na Ragnarok, nag-level up. Tutu. Walang nangyari, mga kaibigan.
Totally beautiful.
Walang nangyari.
Especially with the crowd control and the timing ng Ragnarok. Installations, hindi nga ginamit yung Ragnarok offensively. Inantay talaga ni Doy na kung merong darating na crowd control, doon ko lamang gagamitin yung Ragnarok mismo. Grabe ang ambahan ng dalawang team na to. TNC and Mineski.
Grabe, amba ng amba, pero hindi nagkakahawakan ng tenga, Kuya Shin.
Keyboard Warriors.
Keyboard Warriors, ladies and gentlemen. Dito lang nila pre-move na talagang kilala na nila ang isa't isa.
Yeah.
Kulang na lang sabay-sabay sila maligo, Kuya Shin.
Yes. And of course, if you have to observe din yung call dito, siguro may konting lamang na makukuha si James Carl. But with this pace, I think 20 CS lang yung deficit. So, 3 wave lang yung kailangan dito.
Oo, tatlo lang.
Ni Vayne, madali makuha yon. In that window, may makukuha ang big item si James Carl. Might be able to complete that lethality item. Yun must go
Mabubuo
I think
na.
yata yan, yung pula.
Mamaya, malalaman natin.
Pag binod yan,
Oo.
yung laging pinipick up usually sa Nocturnes. Mga kabigan. Very unlikely kasi Humus yan
Tignan natin dito yung dalawang Chica Babes na parehas pang nakapula. Vayne versus Miss Fortune, James Carr versus Demon. It's the farm game. Pero interesting kasi mas lamang pa din talaga sa last hits. Si Miss Fortune 120 against 97. Partida pa namatay yan kanina.
Mapanganib kasi yung support ni ang idea, ang recipe, si Leona, he is actually thinking on just re-engaging. Hindi talaga siya magiging agresibo dito. So pagdating dun sa wave clear, mas potent yung wave clear ni Miss Fortune dito. Mas mataas yung burst kaagad pag lower levels kapag ang gamit niya is yung double up. Not to mention yung make it rain na AOE. Kung magkaroon kasi ng engagement dito, ang problem with that Leona is that yung Rakan, lumalagpas sa Leona. Masyadong madulas yung Rakan.
Tsaka kayang-kaya i-dodge nung Rakan gamit yung mga kanyang dash in, dash out, tapos yung W niya pa na grand entrance dito. Tignan natin mga kaibigan as we are heading almost into the mid-game. Wala pang nagkakapusyan ng Torre.
Hindi yung pula, pre. Ano siya? Humus goes more on the survivability na naman. Well, hindi naman niya magagamit talaga yung detection for the wards din nung pulang lethality item.
pero medyo classic.
Dash blade. Ay, nagtagal na talaga ng League of Legends.
Pero matagal din Ito ata yung pinakamatagal na chess match. Nagkakautakan. Ayun, sa sobrang tagal ginamit na yung ulti sa lupa.
Grabe na yung commitments na ginawa nila mismo dito. May teleport na manggagaling din mula kay Kaigumi. Hindi kailangan. Actually, dumating pala na kompleto. As Toyday will also join the fight. Undertow, take the aim. Whoop!
Tinamaan
ng Samyup, mga kaibigan, pero
tinamaan din ng Charm dito. Ayun, pasok ka pa daw, sabi dito ni paring Kaigu. 3-4, pero mukhang maghahabol pa ba sila? Hindi, merong wards. Pero tatamaan ba? Pinakain ng baka.
At syempre may Bane Tumble yan.
Oo. Grabe mga kaibigan. TNC being impatient. Actually,
Yeah, dalawa yon na initiate na nag-fail.
dalawang initiation na nag-fail. And, kumbaga, malayo din yung Vayne doon sa ultimate ng Leona. Probably, si Orthros, tinamad na. Sabi nila, ayoko na maghintay.
Pero I would dare say medyo rewarding yun. Hindi napatay pa rin si Demon dito. Merong tower. Yung tower lang yung nagpapa-even out. Kasi ang napapa-behind ngayon, ang nahihila pababa ay si James Carl. Mas mataas ngayon yung damage output ni Demon just because of this storm. Razor, mga kaibigan,
Masakit
compared
yan.
to the Yumus Ghost Blade. Pero depende pa rin naman yan kung makapaglagay nga ng setup. Yung ultimate ni Bane. Ay, ni Miss Fortune.
Ni Miss Fortune. Pero speaking of setup, mukhang si setupan na ng Mineski. Itong Herald natin, paring, actually, itong mid lane natin, paring Shimbu, dahil mukhang mag-rotate doon si Miss Fortune at saka si paring Doydoy. Meanwhile, Burst and Orthrox will get this Herald to maybe at least even up the trade. Makukuha sila ng Herald, kuha sila ng early push, give this Bane space kasi ang pwedeng dilemma naman ngayon ng Mineski, mabigyan ng farm time yung Bane sa bottom lane.
Mahalaga yan kasi importante. Yung Rip Herald dito, Babidi, lalo pat that will ease up the pressure and staying here for the top para makapag-cover doon sa Infernal Drake sa baba. Ang problema, number 1, rank challenger, Doydoy, marunong siya. He knows na wala nang sense na mag-invest ng oras doon sa taas. Kuha ka ng Infernal sa baba. Maybe check that one. Kaigo sa taas din. Again, sweeping blade under the tower. Blade! Foot sa mukha.
Blade foot sa mukha.
Dito ni Kaigo.
4-4 ang ating score. 8 kills in total. Paring Shinbu. 16 minutes in. 2 Drakes coming out from Mineski. You have that Infernal Drake na kapalit. Eto, nire-risk na nila ngayon si Herald Anderson. They can go for the tier 2 tower. Fresh na fresh si Herald Anderson dito.
And again, do take note, kaya nga ba ma-push or ma-even out ng Mineski? Exchange that outer for the inner mid lane. Itong sinusubukan nila against JLC and Demon. Do take note, Demon is very safe on the Vayne. Very consistent. Habang kung ida-dive nila yan, grabe yung disruption na magagawa ni JLC. That's why hindi na nagpatuloy ang Mineski dito despite getting that Infernal in their laps.
Ang ganda ng ginawa ng TNC dito. Walang kakaba-kaba. Using that Herald, paring Shinbu to even up the control of the map na pabak si James Carl dito. So again, it's a seesaw battle. Hindi ganon kalaki ang kalamangan ng Mineski. 16 minutes na kahit sige sila nag-initiate ng fights. Nagkaroon ng fight kanina pero kakasabi ko lang paring Shin.
At may Ragnarokers, tingnan mo naman yung reckless swing. Ang taas ng damage din at you can see that Doydoy gets the finisher doon sa may mismong jungle. Jungle for jungle pa rin. You got Haze, gets the finisher, gets Doydoy. Tinamaan pa ng Solar Eclipse dito si paring TG.
Tinamaan ng araw at mukhang tatamaan ng mga silver bolts. Demon will get the last hit. Masyadong malalim ang Mineski doon sa jungle side at pinanish sila dito ng TNC.
Ngayon lang ako nakakita ng Demon Hunter, ng Vampire Hunter na namamayagpag sa araw, mga kaibigan. They can go for the push here into the top lane side inner and even the pressure in the mid lane is still consistent mula kay JLC.
Pero hindi din nagpapakaba. Hindi rin kinakabahan ng Mineski dito.
Exo,
Looking for the bottom lane. Exo, eto na, naglalabas ng mga sago. Sabog ang muka ni Orthros dito. Using that ultimate, kainin mo ang mga sago.
Yapi. Again. Akala nyo, nache-check nyo yung side lanes, nache-check nyo si Kaigo, nache-check nyo yung bottom lane din dito. Pero EXO is still online. No deaths, 2-0-1. And look at those itemizations. Always online pa rin. Hindi biro ang damage niyan.
Di biro ang damage nga niyan talaga. Depensa laban sa depensa. Hati ang ating mapa. TNC controlling the top lane. Mineski to the bottom lane. Sino ang magko-control ng mid lane? Meron tayong kasabihan. The one who controls the mid controls the game.
Parang slam dunk.
Parang slam dunk.
Yapi. Ang isa pang observation dito, pare. Demon has to be very, very, very careful of EXO.
Oo nga.
Kayang iwan combo si Demon.
Si Demon. Kahit mag-tumble-tumble ka dyan. kahit mag-ilang tumbling ka dyan.
Kahit bumain tumbling siya dyan.
Kahit bumain tumbling ka dyan, uultihan ka lang ni. Probably he can go for that early stopwatch onto the yung nagre-resurrect na item, yung Guardian Angel. Kung may na damage.
Magpapaka-ambitious ako nito eh. Baka ako nito eh. Siguro Bloodthirster. any form of shield. Kasi, ang ganda rin kasi ng damage ni Demon, hindi mo gusto ipa-behind yun eh. Pero ngayon, so far, aasa na lang muna si Demon talaga na dumistansya against Syndra. Yun na lang muna. Now, he's going, I think, for a PD.
Oh,
Duel it up.
dancer.
Gusto na makaduel kay Doydoy. Para pag lumapit si Doydoy sa kanya, wala siyang pampigil kay Doydoy. Hindi mo naman na condemn palayo ang naka-Ragnarok na Olaf. So,
fight him using your tumble skills, right? Alright, pero tignan natin dahil the pressure is on Mineski na ginagawa na ngayon nila sa top lane.
Yapi, pero 1-for-1 yan. They're gonna go for the push in the mid lane as well dahil nandun din laman sila paring Demon.
Nako, same plan. What's the plan? Dahil si EXO ang hinahabol ngayon. Naglabas na naman ang mga sagot gulaman. Here comes the stun para kay Orcos dito. Tumama ang Call of the Week. Pero nandito ang apat sa side, sina JLC.
Feeling ko, push na lang eh. Feeling ko, Raze eh. Feeling ko, Ragnarok eh. Feeling ko, tinamaan ng under to eh. Pero hindi tutuloy pa rin si Doydoy dito.
Feeling ko nagkakapilingan eh. Nagkakapilingan lang eh.
Grabing tansyahan yun.
Pinipil lang nila ang isa't isa, parang Shinbu. Pump fake after pump fake. Meanwhile, Kaigu lumipat na sa bottom lane. The pressure na naman. Ito ang kalamangan ng Mineski dito. Kung titignan po natin ang minimap natin sa left side ng inyong screen, ladies and gentlemen, kontrolado ng Mineski yung buong mapa.
Yabi, the pressure is established for the top, for the mid, and even into the bottom lane. Maybe that's because there is a moment, a few seconds, na napilit mag-converge yung TNC dun sa may mid lane side. Pero obserbahan nyo po ang wave clear ng Mineski. That is a victor. Gets isang combo lang ulit yung wave clear niyan. Isang death ray lang once everything is upgraded. Lalo pa kung nakamax yung death ray dito. Given naman yun, Misfortune din, and even the Syndra. Kaya naman talaga magiging ganito yung sitwasyon.
Correct.
So, for the win conditions ng TNC, they need to take the fight. Ang problema, kailangan nilang makahanap ng workaround for Doydoy and for Demon to be enabled to have that, buwelong tira.
Speaking of wave clear, ito din ang kalamangan ng Mineski dito. Yes, meron kang Lissandra na maganda ang wave clear, pero Lissandra needs to go near doon sa minions. Unlike Victor, unlike Syndra, malayo pa lang from distance. From distance, ubos na ang wave ang minions nyo.
Long distance. Yes, pwede na lang gawin dito. We've got 6-6, ladies and gentlemen, with 40 seconds bago lumabas ang susunod nating break. Things are very threatening. Even na may yellow timer na available doon sa Scattler Clee, yung crab natin sa harap ng dragon. Kaya napaka-intense po ng sitwasyon na to kasi mid-game to.
Mid-game to.
Ngayon, pantay na pantay.
Sa tingin ko, kakasimula nga lang eh.
Parang
walang
nangyari.
Kasi
yung early game natin, yung laning phase talaga natin, more onto the standard laning phase. More of these two teams agreed na sige, mag-tone down tayo ng konti. Nagkakaroon ng ambahan nga yung mga junglers natin. Pero, bantayan nyo talaga yung susunod na team fight that is very decisive on who will establish sinong lamang ngayon sa laro.
Depende na lang din siguro parang Shinbu sino ang mag-i-initiate dahil nagkakakompleto na ng item. But in terms of map control, again, Mineski getting the Scuttler. Lamang sila dito if ever mag-clash because of the movement speed plus the side. TNC will sacrifice another Drake. 3 Drakes now up for the side of Mineski. At kompleto ang mga elemento nila. Elemento ng apoy,
and that is
hangin, at lupa. Anong elemento na lang ang kulang?
Ocean
Drake na lang.
Wala lang silang nami dito, pero okay lang yan. Again, the mechanic for League of Legends is that you get 3 Drakes in. Sobrang intense nito, pati yung blue buff na re-reset nila.
Grabe. And nakay Demon ng bola, paring Shin.
Feeling ko masyadong intense yung dalawang team natin.
Masyadong
sa side ng TNC kasi mas matagal yung next game fight. Mas lalong nitty-gritty yung mechanics mo. Pero again, hinga lang ng malalim para sa TNC.
Hinga lang ng malalim. Tamang inhale, exhale. Pero baka ang mangyari kasi pag dumating na ng late game dahil lahat ng buffs ay napupunta sa Mineski, it's a matter of mas lamang kami dahil sa buffs. Tabla yung mga items pero dahil sa buffs, lamang kami. Wala kami pa kasi nararamdaman yun.
Pwedeng paduguin si Doydoy. May PD na actually dito si Demon. Habang tumatagal din yung game, mukha mang parang, ayun nga, naaalangan yung TNC dito if you want to be very, very critical on their movements. Pero, pag late game po, you'd still lean on the Vayne.
Lean on the Vayne. Vayne tumbling pa din.
Vayne tumbling pa rin.
Hindi ka babansagang Vayne tumbling kung hindi ka malupit.
Kumbaga dati, yung mga old seasons may tinatawag na special tier para kay Vayne. Designed for gods, ladies and gentlemen. Pero this one, you could see the zone up being established here by Mineski into the inner top lane.
Shoot! Beep! Ang sabi ng Jeep. May Ragnarok, get me disabled. May laser pa ba?
All in yan!
All in, pero napaklense dito si paring EXO. Ito na ang call of the mid, paring Jeep.
At si EXO ay nawala, pero ginamit na rin na yung ultimate ng Misfortune dito onto multiple members without any casualty. Look at Demon fighting away against this Doydoy! He is the Demon! for this game as Kaigi is the only one remaining into the top lane being chased dito ng ating Camille. Sisipain niya ng kanyang mga patalim na paa, mga kaibigan na lana, and that is the first ace given for TNC.
Main tumbling, ladies and gentlemen. Grabe, sobrang convenient ng ating score, 11-7. At ngayon, magro-rotate ang TNC dito sa ating Baron Pit. Ang gulo na nangyaring clash, pero right communications, proper targets mula sa TNC yung nagpanalo sa kanila.
So ayan pare, as in the ID, medyo maaga yung activation ng Ragnarok yun. It's a clear advantage pre. Lots of spells being burned on that one, but everything from TNC, may ibang hindi tumamapat. That is in exchange for a summoner spell. Pero isang spell lang na crowd control lang kailangan.
Muntikan pa tamaan ng, muntikan pa mapuwing mga kaibigan.
Muntik pa paypayan ni Rakan dito, men.
Muntikan pa mapuwing. And Mineski, they need to protect Miss Fortune as much as possible.
Okay, so of course, El Classic na yung items dito ni Demon. Naka-Hex Drinker na.
Hex Drinker, the magic resist.
Pero kulang yan.
Yes.
Kulang yan. Kaya pa rin i-combo siya
Ni
Secret
EXO.
dito. Pero ang maganda dyan, at least hindi na ganon ka-punishing yung bola ni EXO. Yun pwede na. Pero yung ultimate ni EXO masakit pa rin kay
Masakit pa rin yung overpower.
Yeah, pero pag naging yung unleash power, pero pag naging mobile morsus yan, Gucci na. Maganda na ang sitwasyon ng ni Demon dito.
Pero mukhang lamang ang TNC
Yes,
and they,
yes.
unlike kanina na nagtitake silang team fights, pero ngayon, eto, nilabas na ang Octagon. It's time for the UFC.
Mukhang
Napakagandang pitas, oo.
Naubos yung album ni James Carl dito, mga kaibigan. You got this tier, rather outer mid lane, sir. At ladies and gentlemen, a clear take here by TNC. Yun na nga po ang sinasabi natin. The next team fight, bantayan nyo! Dahil sunod-sunod na to!
Pinalamo ng araw, mga kaibigan, namula dito. At stop.
Nagkayoken
Hoy, pero sabi dito ng TNC, sige, mamula ka lang dyan. It's time to end the game.
Naku, parang nanipis yung
Nanipis,
kanilang wave clear, mga kaibigan. Pero okay lang.
Ubos, yun ang doon sila malulugi. Doon sila malulugi sa mga wave clear na meron.
Yung
ang
Mineski. Mukha lang nahirapan yung Mineski doon, pero nakalimutan ko, may Baron pala na dala ang TNC dito, kaya naman medyo makunachi no ipo yung mga minion waves na dinadala ng TNC. So clearly may advantage na dito ang TNC, but that is an advantage na hindi ibig sabihin hindi mawawala.
And again, TNC playing this very patiently. Hindi sila nagko-commit ng any kind of asim. Yung papasok sa tore, isang beses lang. At after mangyari yun, lesson learned na sila. Sige, baka matalo tayo kasi Mineski is known to punish teams na umaasim. Alam nila kung paano kukontrolin lahat eh. Kabisado nila yung mapa. And now, sila na ngayon yung kumakapit sa base nila.
Yeah, sila ngayon kumakapit sa base nila. Actually, di ba pinaliit nga ng Mineski yung mapa nito against TNC. So ngayon parang may lamang. Parang may lamang. Yung TNC. But this is clearly of Mineski receiving the losing end o yung parang pahirap na parte ng kanilang composition nga. Again, that is a misfortune.
Misfortune na naman.
Misfortune is only effective kapag nakuha niya yung position para mailagay yung kanyang ultimate. Okay? Yung kanyang bullet time. Pero may isa pang idea. Kung gusto makabawi ng Mineski dito, ngayon, nasa offensive ang TNC. And TNC needs to work on a bigger chunk of map. And meron tendency na pwede silang makakuha ng pickup.
Yes.
Mas malaki yung mapa, mas malaki yung chance na yung kalaban hindi nagkukumpol-kumpol.
Pero paano mo makukumpul-kumpol yung kalaban, paring Shinbu? Hindi ko alam kung anong crowd control ang meron ng Mineski dito to get that bullet time.
Yun nga.
Nang sakto.
Oo, pwede ko di na kailangan umasa sa bullet time. Tanging asa na lamang ay para kay EXO dito na isang means na pag-asa pwede. Nangyari na to sa iba't ibang torneo pa. Pero yun nga, para mahuli yung Bane. Again, bantayan yung Hex Drinker pa lamang yung hawak ng Bane. Pag naging Moyan, dun lang mahirap.
Mahirapan. Medyo magulo ang laban. Nagkakaroon po tayo ng cha-cha dance dito sa ating bottom lane habang binabato lang ni Doy ng mga meat, bone meat. Itong side ng TNC.
Cloud Drake being taken here by TNC.
First Drake of the game.
Grabe ang LoL of Legends, man. Talagang pag nakakuha ka ng lamang.
Lamang ka talaga. Lamang ka talaga. Ito na. And now, TNC going for that all-in. Sabi nga ng mga Pinoy, pag sinabi mong mid na.
Kailangan ng EXO to, men. Feeling ko, hindi pa na-burn yata stopwatch ng EXO, no?
Hindi pa siya nagzozonyas.
Hindi pa siya nagzozonyas. Pero
Zonyas yung next.
hindi naman niya binenta rin. Hindi naman siya bumili ng stopwatch na tapos binenta. Kasi ang nakikita kong play dito, gumambol na si Exo. Gumambol na si Exo na...
He needs the damage
Oo.
from Chibu.
So, may damage siya. Pero paano siya lalapit?
Yes.
Ang insurance na lang para makalapit is a flash. Pwede yung gamitin, may cleanse, tapos stopwatch.
Correct.
Make that gamble para maka--1 ka against kay Demon.
Ang mahirap dito kasi paring Shin din, di ba si Exo kailangan siya makapasok? Si Hayes ang makakapasok ng sobra
Sa
having
likod
that
naman.
belt and having the Zonyas.
Kaya-
Tatlo na yung protection niya dito.
Okay, Miss
Kompleto. You have the Frozen Tomb. Zonyas ka after.
Manlalamig ka dyan, nagbay oras.
Malalamig ka dyan, oo.
Leona, tapos sinimulan na ng JLC pero flash out siya.
Flash out. Pero interestingly, Mineski pa rin ang nambubuli dito. Kahit na sila ang nalulugi sa ating fight. What a game.
Ganun ang pambawi.
Ganun ang pabawi.
Oo, magsiset up ka ng death brush para mamalik.
The tides have turned, ladies and gentlemen. TNC ang lamang. Pero wala pa rin lamang. Parehas lamang. Ano ba yun?
Yeah, 3K lang yung lamang dito ng TNC. This kind of timer. Papasok na tayo sa 30-minute mark ng ating laro. I do feeling na medyo na pwedeng ignorable.
Yes.
Etong gold advantage na to. Actually, magtataka ka pa nga. Bakit ganito lang kanipis yung lamang ng TNC? Ang ganang kinalamang po dito ng TNC is yung composition.
Composition-wise.
Composition.
You still go for carries. Pag sinabi po namin carries, yung tagabanat sa likod. Like for
Yan,
example,
yan.
yung hero ni Demon, yung kulay pula. Ang tawag namin dyan si Bane Tumbling. Na mayroong mga pantakas. Kaya nga siya Bane Tumbling.
Marksman siya.
Marksman siya.
Kumbaga, sobrang lambot niya po. Ang dali niyang patayin.
Oo.
Pero, yung kanyang damage na dinadala against the enemy team
Ay,
is
sobrang sakit.
Sobrang sakit. Nakakatas.
Ang difference nila sa champion ni James Carl, si James Carl, hindi siya marunong tumambling. Di ba?
Walang tumbling.
Hindi siya marunong tumambling.
Lakad lang yun.
Lakad lang siya. Lakad matatag lang siya. Walang utility.
Hindi talaga makakatumbling yung
Ayan na,
eSports
sinagasakan!
Sinagasakan, pero pinati lang din dyan. Of the Ragnarok, under this, side thrust ginamit yung bullet time na maalam si Exo using Haze.
Tingnan natin dahil mawawala ng octagon dito, pero si DJ ang next target ni Kuya Burst. Dalawa na flash. Pero sino ang naroot? Ayun, nagkapatayan. Pero TNC, buhay pa rin pala sila. Si Kaigo ang nawala. 5 kamote. Double kill para kay Demon. Alsa Demonyo. Ace for TNC.
And these are brutal death timers. 25 seconds ang unang lalabas ay support. Tapos doon sa top lane din, basag na rin yung kanilang inner top lane turret. Ladies and gentlemen, this is at least an inhibitor. Maybe they can take 1 or maybe 2. Pero clearly, set in stone. Hindi naman set in stone. Malapit sa buto na mananalo ang Mineski, ay ang TNC dito.
Oh my G, 4 seconds onto the death timer para sa Rakan. Sabi ng TNC dito, wag muna natin tapusin ang Gatron. Ubusin natin lahat ng tore nila. Mukhang eto na ata ang simula ng katapusan.
Surety muna, walang tapon. Iniwanan pa ng pailaw para wala talagang makasunod. That's how sure and how methodical TNC is playing this one. What they will do now is remove that blasting cone. Lahat nakatingin na ngayon sa may mismong Baron.
Baron is the next target, Kuya Shin, and patience is a virtue para sa TNC. Walang kaasim-asim sa katawan. Probably kung ibang team, rekta throne na yon. Sabi nila, teka, back tayo, lamang tayo sa clash, get items, reset, regen, let's go again.
Siyempre, naalala mo nga, diba, ang pinakamalupit na strategy na nauuso sa atin, sa mga gamers natin, na kapag sinigaw natin, feeling natin, coach na tayo, analyst na tayo, all mid na. Rekta na.
Kaya natalo sina Lapula, sina Bonifacio dahil rekta na. Pero tignan natin dito dahil sabi ng Mineski, aba, hindi nyo pa tinapos.
Hindi pa tinapos. Tapos titingin-tingin kayo dyan sa Baron. Alam nyo ba, ano yung Baron na yan? Pag dyan kayo nagkumpul-kumpul, ang dali kayong tamaan ng bullet time.
Marami nang winasak na tahanan yung Baron na yan. Kahit sa totoong buhay, paring Shin.
At kahit sa Worlds.
At
kahit yung Mineski. May history na rin sila sa Baron.
Ilang beses na.
Nakakaano yan grabe manlasong yung Baron na yan
At sa tingin ko, tayo muna tayo ulit.
Yapi.
Dahil hindi pa pala tapos ang gera, mga kaibigan. 17-7. Eto na, ata, ang pinakahuling clash na magaganap.
Binato ng shawarma, si JLC dito. Gumanti naman si JLC. Mas malaki ang kanyang itak na dadaan si TG. Next to ultimate ginamit kagad. 3-man knock-up mula kay JLC. Tapos sa likod, lalagyan mo ng eclipse.
Pero may bullet time lang sa inyo, mga bala ko. Pero nandun sa likod ang Lisandro. Frozen Doom, Elsa, let it go. Naman ang dalawa. Pero si Demon nakapag-double kill pa.
And the Lissandra is totally doing it. Two-man Ring of Frost. Habol pa sa Glacial pa. Tapos dagdagan mo pa ng isa pang Ring of Frost. Double kill, ladies and gentlemen. This is a very strong performance of TNC in their strong shape. They will take the Nexus turrets and they will take the Nexus itself. Get ready for game 2.
Eto na, what an upset. Sabi natin, 3-0. Ano 3-0, 3-0?
Ano sinasabi nyo
Ano
dyan?
sinasabi nyo dyan? TNC taking game number 1. Grabe yun, Wish.
Oo. Ganun sa init. Ganun na yun. Mukha siyang one-sided na konti lang ng team fight na nakita nyo. Pero ganun talaga yun. Lahat sila nagpe-prepare.
Lahat and they played it really disciplined. Isang beses lang sila tumalong, isang beses lang sila nag-dive. Game face on para sa TNC dito.
At game face on din yung Mineski.
Game face
Feeling ko yung Mineski, Miss Fortune, ADC. Ayos ba yun?
Sa tingin ko nilaro nila eh.
Nilaro yan.
Laro na, nilalaro mo
Hindi
pa
naman sa may bias, pero this is not the best shape.
This is not the best
for
shape. This is not the
Mineski.
best shape.
And it's kind of expected. I would dare say there's a good chance for Mineski pa nga even in going into this game 2. Pero TNC, nakita nyo sila in their strong shape.
Yes, nakita nyo ang strong shape pero sa tingin ko, mas nagtaka ang ating mga nasa panelist desk. Sige nga, Kuya Rockart, ano masasabi nyo para sa larong yun?
Maraming salamat mula sa ating tandem na madaming feeling. Kami nga pala ang inyong panelist. And of course, we are gonna be showing up why that happened again. Mineski lost against TNC on Game 1. Anong masabi nyo mga kaibigan on the panelist desk?
Grabe. I mean, all I can say is no, that the momentum is definitely on TNC's side. No? They just won 3 games straight and beat the favorite of this tournament pretty much. And I think the main reason why is, sabi natin na during the draft, napaka-confident ng draft ng Mineski, but they didn't play aggressively enough. And I think that that's what really caused the error there. Kasi Vayne, to those who play League of Legends, alam naman natin lahat na the longer the game goes, the stronger Vayne gets. And I don't think there's anyone, maybe except the Nasus, but there's no one that can defeat